this assignment, you're going to need a ruler, a pair of scissors, a pencil, some tape, a long strip of tag board, 2 short strips of tag board, and then 2 full-size pieces of tag board. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to mark 4 inches off on the 3 smaller pieces of tag board. So when you do that, you just line your ruler up on the sides, you use your pencil. Okay, now that I found my pencil, you're going to mark off an inch, every inch on one side. Then you're going to flip the length around and do it on the other side. When you hold a ruler down, it helps if you make an L with your forefinger and thumb, so that way the ruler doesn't move when you're making your marks. And then after you have your marks down, you're going to use the ruler, line them up, and again, making that L, connect the dots. So you notice that my piece of paper is longer than my ruler, but that's okay, because I can just line it up along the line that I've already made and continue it on. All right? Okay. Now that I have my lines drawn out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my ruler and an open pair of scissors, like so, and I'm going to use it to score. That means lightly scratch the lines that I just made. And I do this because this makes it much easier to get a nice crisp fold when you fold them. Okay, so after I've done that, I'm going to take them and I'm going to do what's called an accordion fold. That means you're going to fold it up, flip it over, fold it back, flip it over, fold it up. Until the end, it looks like you have like a little fan. Okay, so you go ahead and do the same process with the other 2 pieces of tag board that you have. As I fall. Okay, now we are going to attach our accordion folds to the 2 sides of our portfolio. So to do that, we are going to take our tape and either measure out 24 inches for the bottom, if you have a ruler, or if you're feeling lazy or you don't have a ruler, you can always just kind of pull it out and eyeball it, and then tear it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put 1/2 of this piece of tape on the very first outside fold. And if you notice, the tape is kind of hanging off on the end there. Then you're going to take the paper, you're going to put it right inside that first crease. Boop. Like that. Try to get it as lined up as you can, and then press down. Okay. When you press down, make sure you're going from the center out. That can help get rid of bumps and bubbles that you might have in the tape. If it comes over on the side a little bit, that's okay, just fold it over. So you do that, and then you do the same thing on the short sides. So, here's that. These are going to be 18 inches, so if you want to measure it out, do that. You can be like me and be lazy and just eyeball it, tear it. And then carefully line it up to that outside fold. Yep. This can be tricky, but that's okay. And then take this and you're going to put it inside that very first fold. You're going to want to make sure that the edge comes all the way down to this corner here. Right there. Can you see it? Kind of, sort of, maybe. All right. Then you take it, and the same thing you did before, lay it flat, and smooth it out from the center out. Got a little bit hanging off here, but that's okay. Again, I'm just going to fold it over. Then come over to this last side, and again, repeat the process. Tape. Line it up. Now if you notice, it's a little wanky right there, but that's okay. What's important is that you get it lined up to this very end corner here when you put it inside. There. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. There you go. Again, press from the corners on the way out. Fold it over if you have little pieces hanging off. Nice and neat, not too shabby. Okay, so flip it over, do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to use a second piece of large paper. Again, start from the bottom. Measure it out. With the longer piece of tape, you may want to cut it because it gets kind of unwieldy when it's really long. Just on that outside corner, again with half of it sticking up. Place it inside that first crease there, trying to get the ends to match up. So you don't have one piece hanging over too much. Press that in. A little bit of tape hanging off right here, but that's okay because I can just, again, fold it over. Alright, last ones, short ends. Measure it out. Line it up to the very bottom of that first fold if possible. There we go, kinda. And we're gonna slide this inside. And then, hopefully, press down. Oop. Hopefully. That should be on the inside. Encountering a slight problem. I'm gonna hold it up this way. See if this works a little bit better. Okay. So like that. Ooh, that's kind of a mess, isn't it? This end here. Well then, again, you encounter problems. Now should I go ahead and throw this away because it's not laying flat and it's making me angry? No! I'm going to take that energy from that frustration and I'm going to problem solve. So I'm going to take this, cut that, and that way this will fold inside. Voila! There we go. Excellent. Now, this tape craftsmanship's bothering me a little bit. That's okay. So now that I saw that that was an issue, I'm going to go ahead and do that on this side too. So on this second crease or mountain top, if you know your origami terms, I'm just going to make a small cut. Small. So that way, when I fold this in, it will fold inside. Hopefully. That's the plan. So, stretch it out. And line it up. Again, I think it's a little bit easier to stand this up and get it to fit on the inside here. All right in there. Uh-oh. No. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys another fix to this problem. Stand it up, fold it over, maybe. I want this to flatten. There we go. Boom. And then I'm just gonna pull that in there. That little part that I cut, you might have to stick your finger in there, kind of shove it in. But there you go. Now, I have my portfolio. If you want, you can tape the edges a little bit right here just to reinforce them a little bit. You can try and flatten it out a little bit more. I need you guys to at least write your name and section. So you're either A1, A2, A4, or B2, B3. Yes, those are the sections that I have this year. That's that. I gotta tell you guys, I have struggled with this, so it's okay if you struggle with it too, and we will work together to figure it out. Good luck.